And we are live.
Oh, yo, we're live. That's crazy.
Definitely not the second time we're doing this.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
definitely like it's been almost 2 hours on a previous podcast.
yeah, I hate recording software. Anyways, quick introduction. I'm Ryan. You guys know me. And I'm joined here by my friend Max, good buddy of mine.
Yeah, I.
I mean, it's kind of a good thing that we didn't, everything didn't get saved because we did kind of go over in depth about some personal stuff.
Yeah, and we talked like and half the time we're just complaining about like staffing.
Yeah, about working at summer camps.
We're just like, and I would probably get fired if someone found this.
Yeah, well, so it's a good thing that podcast failed.
That was a good thing. Maybe this was a sign from God saying, if
Hey,
someone saw this, Steven would have probably fired me.
yeah, it's like, hey, you could do better. And you know what? I might agree with them on that. So,
Yep.
uh, with that being said, Max, uh,
Yes.
your opinion on Pokemon?
As a whole.
Yeah, what's your what do you think of it as like the state of right now?
Okay, the state of right now. I think Legend of Arceus definitely made some like improvement. Like, so we had like two new games. You had like Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. That like, oh my God, that was no. People have been waiting for like Gen 4 remakes since like 2014.
Yeah,
People
and
have been
they
waiting
were
literally
they were really ass.
like what, 7 years?
People have been wanting like Gen 4 remakes for.
And then we finally got them. They look like some like shitty ass Legos.
They looked like a mobile
No, like
game,
fake Legos. What are they called? The weird Legos?
like Playmobil.
Yeah, Playmobil. They look like Playmobil.
No, what I did not like about the Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond is that it was just a reskin of those games.
Exactly. Like they okay. Do you know what would have been cool?
What?
Okay. What I thought Gen 4 Remix would be like is, maybe it would have Mega Evolution. We didn't. Who knows? We might have gotten like some G Maxes or something with Sinnoh. We didn't. Maybe we would have had a Battle Frontier. Sinnoh Battle Frontier again. We didn't.
Yeah,
Um, what else?
they didn't add
We
anything new. It was
and
just a
like all
reskin.
this stuff. The only thing that was like kind of cool they added was the underground thing. It was like, oh, cool, we get to have like Pokemon from Platinum at least, but they're all like much harder than get than like the original games. Like even get like an like let's just say like getting like an Elekid and then like getting the item to like evolve it to Electivire takes like so much time.
Yeah, it's kind of like
You in a certain area, in this certain area, and you can only like a 5% chance of getting it, and then you need another 5% of that 5% chance to have an Elekid with the item in it.
which is
I
kind
think
of dumb.
that like took me hours to do.
What I also think is kind of funny is like I was not expecting like you have Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Uh, they really missed out on a JoJo reference, Shining Diamond, bro. Like, come on, they missed out on that big time. That aside, I am happy about Legends of Arceus. That was
That
very
was good. That carried that year. If Legend of Arceus wasn't there, probably like people would have rioted.
nah. Here's the thing, I didn't even expect it to be that good. I remember Luke and Brendan, myself and Griffin, we were all on a vacation, and we went on a Walmart run to get food. And while we are at Walmart, we saw Legends of Arceus. It was $50. Or it was like, oh. And Brendan and we were thinking about getting it. I was like, I don't think I'd pay full price for this game if it turns out like really bad, like Sword and Shield did. And Luke and I went 50-50 on it, so $25 each, which was pretty good in my book. And we played that game. I literally, I my balls dropped. Okay, I'm gonna be real. That was unbelievable. I had never had so much fun with a Pokemon game since Black and White 2.
No, Legend of Arceus, I think was like, oh, wasn't I was like talking to like I think you guys were in a car or something, and I was like, yeah, it was like Brendan like just got a car, and I was like telling you guys, oh yeah, you guys should like totally get Legend of Arceus.
We were just iffy because the game looks really bad,
Like people just like because you were like talking about like how like it just looked like Breath of the Wild in Pokemon.
and we didn't
Like
realize how fun it was.
and then it like became like Brendan's new favorite game.
Yeah, he clocked. I need to play it again, uh, but he just clocked hours. And what I liked about the game, that's why I think is funny. Pokemon just ripped off SMT, all right, and they did it again. They did it again. Who would have thought, right? You
For
know what
real. Like,
SMT is, right?
yeah, I know it is.
Yeah, it's just like SMT1 came out in like the 80s, and then Pokemon comes out in the 90s. SMT and Pokemon are like the same concept where you just collect these demons or monster things to like build on your party. The difference between Pokemon and SMT is with Pokemon, it's like you build a team, you grow with them, and all that. SMT, you have a team for the moment, and then you just like whoever's not strong enough, you just get rid of them. Like you realistically only have a particular demon in your party for so long, and then you get rid of them and get a better one, or you fuse them away. But with Arceus, they were like, hey, you know that cool feature where it's like you can have a party in Arceus, like you can,
Yeah.
but realistically, when you go area to area, you're not gonna keep the same six Pokemon you had at the beginning of the game.
Well, that's how it's cool. Like you know, like how like in the Pokemon anime, like Gary, what Gary was like known for was that like he always had like different Pokemon.
Yeah,
It was like I did that. It was so much fun.
because the thing you can't really do that in the other games. Like I guess you could,
You
but
can, but it's like a lot harder.
because you spend, why would I go on this route and catch a dude that is like 3 levels weaker than the guy I've been using for the entire game to have okay moves? Like when you went to a new area in Arceus, it was unreal. Like Pokemon were so much stronger. Actually, it was a hard game. Arceus is hard. It's difficult. Because the thing
No,
about
that's
how
how like yeah, Arceus because like when I was like trying to fight the battles, then like you had to like fight like I remember I had so much trouble with like fighting the Arcanine. Have you fought the Arcanine boss yet?
no, I haven't. I've only been in the second area.
Oh. Even the Scyther boss though was like kind of hard for the first time because you had no idea like what you were doing.
Yeah. No, what I thought was cool though, like the difficulty, because I've been complaining about how easy Pokemon it has been. Sun and Moon was actually pretty hard though. I'll say that.
No, I thought like Sun and Moon was not that bad. Like it was not like very easy. In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I thought that was a challenge.
Well, I'm like when I say like Sun and Moon was like difficult, it's like it had difficulty spikes in it. Like you got to the Elite Four. The Elite Four was actually like probably the
Yeah,
toughest
Elite Four
Elite
is
Four
tough.
I had.
I
Like
had
you,
kind of trouble with that.
I never before, with the exception of like Black and White, and Soul Silver, where I had actual like trouble beating the Elite Four. It was like, oh, they're done, one and done. I'm easy, easy, easy. No, not even shedding a tear. Well, with like Sun and Moon, that was tough. But what I liked, like there were a lot of times where I'd be playing through Sun and Moon. I think it's like the group XP share is just what makes everything so much easier. Where it's like, okay, I've been using the same guy that I've been using the entire game, and if I feel like switching them out to one of my other party members, even if I've never used them at all, they will be the exact same level. But with like Arceus, even though it has the group XP share, it's still difficult enough because if you have a fire type dude and you run like a level 40 fire type and then you run into like a level 18 water type guy, you can still get one shot it by the level 18 water dude.
Yeah, and then like let's just say like it's somehow like a powerful water with like hydro pump or something.
Yeah. Like
You're just like
it does not matter how strong they are or how weak they are. They can still beat you if they have
you know,
same
I
type
honestly
advantage.
hope they make more games like Legend of Arceus because fighting those bosses is probably one of the funnest things I've done in Pokemon in a very long time.
It's probably because
But
it was like it's legitimately challenging.
isn't this like it's not only challenging like you like train and then like you challenge it, but like the fact that you like move around, dodge all like their moves also with yourself, you can die. It's just like wow.
It just added layer. I hope they keep the series up, like Pokemon, because it's not Pokemon Arceus, it's Pokemon Legends Arceus. Like I want them to make like Legends, like a series, like a separate series from the mainline Pokemon games, because that could be so cool to have them do that. Where it's like, so they have like Pokemon Legends Arceus, so and it's like Sinnoh, or it's
Yeah.
different region, but you can tell it's mainly like Sinnoh base.
No, imagine they do. Okay, so what if they do like the next one? Let's just say like maybe like Kalos, because the Mega Evolution universe is different than the regular universe.
Yeah. So imagine if it's like the Legends universe, which I'm pretty sure they don't have Megas, they don't have Gigantamax or any of that,
Or Z moves.
or Zemus. So it's like base Pokemon, which in my opinion is the superior version. I did like Megas. I think Megas were cool.
I thought Megas were cool. I just like I wish they honestly did more Megas. The problem is like it just felt like weird because it's just like oh you had like like a good amount in Kanto, a good amount in Johto, a good amount of Helwyn, a little in Sinnoh, and then you had like one in Unova, then like nothing else.
There was one in X in Sinnoh. It was a legendary Pokemon. It's like Mega Diancie or something.
Let's call it. Oh, that was one Gen 6 Pokemon here, you're right.
Yeah, Gen 5 and 6 both got, I think, like one Mega.
Gen 5 got like Audino. That I'm so mad they only gave Audino Mega Evolution. All the Gen 5 they gave to that.
Yeah, like there are so many. Like I'm kind of glad. Like cool. I don't know, got like a Mega because I don't know is a cool Pokemon.
I'm
But
just saying there's so many better ones though.
yeah,
Like I'm gonna give you like an example. Like I don't know, maybe like Axorus or like Crocodile or it would have been more funny if Jellicent got a Mega Evolution. That would never happen,
Mega.
but
No, Mega. What's it called? What's the ice type, the snow cone Pokemon?
oh Vanillux.
Yeah, like the final like of
Well, yeah, I would
evolution.
have like maybe like
Mega Vanillix. It's like 3 ice cream scoops.
oh my god, that would have been so good.
The Mega Pokemon, though, what I liked about Mega is that it made mid or semi okay Pokemon legitimately good. Like Sableye, he was okay. Like he
And then
wasn't
they
the
made it
best.
yeah, Sableye or Mawile, they made them like okay, but then they turned to like actual like fiends. Like they turned to like challenges.
Yeah, like Mega Mawai and Mega Sableye are like super good, especially Mega Mawai because of her typing coverage. Fairy Steel. All right, Fairy
Yeah,
Steel. That is you have an advantage against Dragon type. All right, and Fairy's. I think Fairy's weak to poison. With that Steel type, you just covered Fairy's one of Fairy's
you
biggest
also cover like the
weaknesses.
weakness to fighting with fairy and the weakness to like steel with steel.
Yeah, like the coverage on that is insane.
Like you're only weak to what ground and fire.
But that's why I like the Pokemon. I like the Pokemon spin-off games better than I like the actual mainline Pokemon games. Like up until like Gen 5, I like the mainline Pokemon games. But after Gen 5, like I did not X and Y was okay. Um
Well, you're right. Like, do you ever play Pokemon like Tournament or whatever it's called, or like it's kind of like Smash Bros. But with like Pokemon, Pokemon
Pokemon.
Tournament X EX or something.
Uh I think Luke has played it and keeps telling me to play it or something.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like I think it's a good game.
I think like I don't know, I just think Pokemon as a whole,
Yeah, Pokemon Tournament DX.
they could do so much with it. It's like, yeah, mainline games are okay, but like with spin-offs, Poke Park, that was fun. Like I don't care if it was a super simple game. Poke Park was really cool. You play as Pikachu. It would have been cooler if you played as other Pokemon, but you went around, you battled Pokemon, and you made friends. Like, okay, sounds kind of stupid, but it was fun. It was a fun game. Uh, Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon DX, main, like, I know they're not considered mainline games, but I think they should be considered mainline games because they're practically Pokemon games, but on home console.
Like they're also like what was that one called? Oh yeah, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that game.
yeah. XD on the GameCube or DX or whatever you want to call it.
That what else? Detective Pikachu. I thought that was not bad either. Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap was good. What else?
You know what's like kind of underrated now?
What?
The Pokemon card games. Like, did you ever play Pokemon cards?
No, I definitely played like Pokemon cards. I know a
Oh,
lot of people like.
everyone like had them, and like a lot of people like oh look at my card, it's so cool. Look at mine, but then like no one knew how to play the game.
No, I remember playing the actual game. It's really fun. No one actually plays like when he said, you know what's underrated? Pokemon card game. Like, are you kidding me, bro? The TCG is booming and how like rare and expensive everything is.
No one talks about it anymore. I just feel like they open packets and stuff, but like who the hell like I don't know.
It's
It used to be talked about a lot more a couple years ago.
well, like the thing that I find interesting, like the Pokemon TCG is legitimately good. It's actually really cool and how it's set up because like how you lose is like if your opponent gets all the prize cards. So it's like that's how you beat a game. Like that's how you win a game. So it doesn't matter. You can have a deck of 100 billion different Pokemon, all right, and you can switch between all of them and all that jazz. But as if six of them get knocked out, you lose. So I don't know. I like that how that worked because I like playing those types of card games like Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic. And did
Yeah.
you know there were like there was like the official way of playing Pokemon, like the train card games. You ever played the street rules of Pokemon,
Um. Yeah, I did.
where it's like you pick six cards. Didn't matter if you used energies or trainer cards or any of that jazz. You pick six of any card, and didn't matter if you needed to evolve it or unevolve it or anything. And it would just be like, okay, this guy versus this guy.
And then like oh how we usually did it was like oh we flip a coin or something, or we either you flip a coin to see who goes first, or like whoever has like the most HP.
Yeah, it was
And then
like
like
yeah, you flip the coin to basically see who went first.
and then like some of the moves you have to do like decide on coins, like oh if you get a heads your move is double the damage.
Yeah, which I think is or other thing was like there was no limit to how many energy cards you could use. It was like if you did this much more damage, it's like this move does 25 more damage for every this type energy card. And it's like no one used the limits. You didn't evolve Pokemon. You didn't have to like have retrieve costs. Another thing that people didn't do, they did not use type advantages or disadvantages.
No, we did. When I played card games, like people like okay, so we did like yeah, even if you have energy cards, let's just say you have one energy and five Pokemon, you can only use like you can't use like any more Pokemon. We only like as the energy counts as like a whole card.
Yeah.
That's how I think the rules should be. Because like imagine you have like an unlimited amount of energies.
No, that's because that's I remember I had like 60 fire energies because before like because the thing about street rules is that they're very flexible. But the thing with street rules is you it was something that we had to stop because I had a Delphox that had it did 75 plus damage and it said this move does 25 more damage for every fire energy you had on the card. So there was no rules to how many energies you could use. So I literally had this deck of energy cards. I just stick it on the Delphox. I remember one kid was like, "No, you didn't beat me." I was like, "Did I?" And it's like, "My guy has 300 HP." I'm like, 700, 125, 150, 200, so on, so on. And it was like, okay, maybe he did beat me. It's like, can you count? Can you count? I have 60 cards on top of this dude here. Can you count?
60 times 25. Your Pokemon died probably like several dozen times.
Yeah. But like the street rules, they were okay. The thing is like how we played them. We eventually like stopped using energies, but like how we played them was like, oh, uh, it was like basically whoever won had like it was never about who had the better type advantage or whatever. It was whoever had the better card. If the card did a status ailment, we would legitimately put that status ailment into effect. Like we did actually use status ailments. Like, oh, a card's asleep, so it's like you kept flipping a coin to see if you could attack.
You know what I used to do? So like what I used to do with people is that like I'm just like me and Landon used to like when we went to Target we used to like get like you know how, like there's just like that one little packet like a pack of cards.
Yeah.
We get like each one of them gets just one of those, and then wherever we got a card, we pick like six of those cards, and then we battle each other.
Oh, that sounds cool. I
Yeah,
remember.
I used to do that all the time. It was so much fun.
You know what I find funny is with how I got into Pokemon cards or how I got into Pokemon in general is I got into them through the card game. Um, and it was I think it was the card game, and how it went was like I was at PE. Oh man, I could probably have a whole podcast episode just talking about the PE program I was in, but I won't. Uh, but it's like I went to PE and there's these kids playing Pokemon, and I had this friend named Luke, not my brother Luke, but like this other kid named Luke,
Yeah.
and he gave me some cards. And the thing was, it was like Pokemon was real, like only at the time it was only like the older kids and a handful of younger kids played with the Pokemon cards. That was it. That was it. And it was like okay, but as like PE progressed, a bunch of the younger kids start playing Pokemon cards, and then their moms, like the younger kids, they always had spoiled moms, and their moms would buy them these like expensive cards, like $40 cards, which at the time that was a lot, but now it's like that's a good deal, knowing the prices of TCG these days. But
Yeah,
they'd buy
Pokemon is so
these,
expensive now.
they'd buy these expensive cards, and then they'd lose the cards because they're stupid, and then they'd say some kid stole it from them, or like
No,
they or it was like, oh, I lost. Someone stole my card. No one stole your card. You lost it. All right. Or they'd like have a bad trade. Like someone give them a bad trade. And then it's like this one kid, I had a Mega Heracross. Mega Heracross was probably one of the easiest Megas to get. Like you open a pack at the time. If you're going to get a Mega, it's going to be Mega Heracross. And
now
this
that I'm
kid's, this kid was like, oh, what do you want for your Mega Heracross? I was looking through this kid. This kid had a Team Magma Groudon, which was like a secret art card in the at the time. So it was like it wasn't. It was like you know how it's like when you open up a pack and at the bottom it has like the card number out of the set,
yeah.
and you had the secret arts where it's like it's the number above the set count. So
I
that
have
was
like a
a
I have a secret art Mega Steelix.
Yeah, so it's like the secret art cards, you found those, you knew you had something good. This kid just was like, yeah, I don't really like that card. I'm like, you kidding me? The second I traded that card, everyone saw the card I had in my hand, and people were like, someone offered me a Mega Charizard, a Mega Steelix, and a Mega Heracross for the secret art card. I was like, nah, I'm good. And the kid immediately after seeing everyone like offering all that much, and he's like, do you want to trade back? And I looked at him like, no, I don't want to do that, loser. Your fault. You made the bad trade.
Bro, that's funny.
So like, and then they banned Pokemon cards at the PE that we did, and it was like a bunch of little kids left PE after that. So it was like, oh, and after that, it was just like people just went back to their like clicks and stuff. People stopped playing Pokemon cards. It was like, oh, this is cool. So
I want to
it was okay.
get like a bunch of people, a bunch of us, like a bunch of our friends, and like we go to like Target or something. We get like one of those giant Pokemon pack things. We split it, and we each pick like one of those. You know how like each of them have like the little like card pack things.
Yeah,
Each one, and then we do like a Pokemon card tournament.
that
Like,
no, that sounds cool.
you know what I was talking about with like Lewis and Connor. This has nothing to do with Pokemon, but it's kind of like that. So like we were like one day we were in like a store and we were just like looking at like we're like, oh my god, look at all these cool like giant Lego sets. Like there was like a Lego like R2D2, a Lego like Infinity Gauntlet, and we're like, you know what? One day we should just like get a giant Lego set, split it 3 ways, and then like make it.
I haven't built any Legos in such a long, long time.
I
Uh,
know, but I just feel like that'll be really fun.
Man, well, that is coming up on 25 minutes.
Yep.
So I have to say it's a pretty good episode. Too bad the original episode couldn't be finished.
Yep. We had so many good memories. Us
Yep.
good friends, Girl Scouts. I don't know what we talked about Pokemon for a little bit, and like then it went to like talking about how we rate everyone.
Yep.
We got two people.
But you know what? I think this was a pretty good episode.
Yep,
So hopefully Max, come join me back for another episode. Hopefully all you guys at home join us for another episode of the Criddas podcast.
yeah, I would hope to do this again. This was really fun, actually.
Yeah. So if you want, we can make some more episodes later. Just let me know. Always willing to make some more episodes.
If we get 10 likes, we will do another one.
Yeah. If we no, we only get like 2 likes on our videos.
Fuck that. We get 10 likes.
All right, Max, he's shooting high. 10 likes and we'll make another. We'll have Max back in action on another episode of the Criddas podcast.
All right, now we just spam everyone to like us.
Please send like. Please like. I want to do another one. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening.
Yep. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Boop.
If you don't like, you're bad.